exploring the Needles district of Canyonlands National Park in southeastern Utah. A vast playground as far as the eye can see in all directions. How we got here is less important than why we are wandering now. The previous episode described our travels to northeastern Oregon and our adventures in the Owyhee Canyonlands. Before heading off to Moab, Utah, we enjoyed a weekend in Boise with our friends Aaron and Jay. Then we hit the pavement and headed south, camping at an historical oasis in the desert. Driving through the golden plains of Idaho led us to dirt tracks in Utah's Wasatch National Forest. We had the beautiful Beaver Lake all to ourselves for the night. Deep in western mountain terrain, we enjoyed historic cabins, classic off-roading, and scenic lake trails. A little more pavement, a rainy night at a state park, and some muddy off-roading got us to Moab, where we enjoyed a pretty epic dispersed sight in the La Salle Mountains. We even had a front seat overlook of Arches National Park at sunset. The next morning, we headed into the park to experience the landscape that gives Moab the nickname Nature's Masterpiece. We were in search of the longest natural rock span in the world, Landscape Arch. Hiking through the famous Devil's Playground area helped us develop skills for basic scrambling on sandstone formations. The arches in the region began to rise 15 million years ago. Once at the surface, erosional forces began to act upon the sandstone layers, creating the famous arches of this national park. We finally reached our goal, Landscape Arch. Our necks craned at the opening and imagined a 9-story building easily fitting beneath its thin span. Freely exploring the natural sculpture garden, we found solitude for reflection. Time for expedition planning. Many years ago, Lara and I had separate experiences backpacking in Canyonlands National Park. We vividly remembered how our time in this desert region nourished our spirits. Now was the opportunity for us to experience the wonders of these lands together. As with all places in America, the history of our lands predates the arrival of European people. Our American indigenous heritage is rich with cultural layers. The Canyonlands are the historical region of the Puebloan peoples. To this day, they consider these ancestral grounds and artifacts to be sacred. The objective of our expedition had two phases. The first phase was to backpack into the canyons to establish a base camp. The second phase was to attempt a Class II canyoneering traverse through 3 distinct canyons. The challenges included navigating, hydrating, scrambling, and minimizing impact to the environment. Our planned loop took us up Big Spring Canyon. We traversed across the soon-to-be renamed Squaw Canyon, working our way back to our base camp down Elephant Canyon. Rarely were trails easily visible in this area. Route finding was made possible by searching for cairns. Hydration is always a challenge in desert environments. There are few reliable water sources, and those that do exist can be sandy, murky, or very shallow. We each packed in the recommended 1 gallon per person per day at over 8 pounds per gallon. Canyoneering utilizes techniques that range from hiking to scrambling. Sliding, stemming, chimneying, climbing, and butt sliding are all common. It is sometimes referred to as recess for adults. Canyoneering is the intimate exploration of forgotten Earth. The canyons are a fragile environment that are best explored using the principles of leave no trace. These principles provide a framework of minimum impact practices for all of us visiting the outdoors to protect it now and preserve it for the future. It may be slow and tiring travel, but beauty and solitude are worthy rewards. And after 6 hours, 18 minutes of regular hiking in the hot summer canyons, we were very happy to see our sign for Big Spring Campsite number 2. Our multimodal expedition of overlanding, backpacking, and canyoneering was complete. We were out of water, so needed to get back to the front country. We found another epic location for a campsite within the canyons. The spot was so beautiful, in fact, that we met some surprise visitors seeking the perfect location for a wedding. We wish Sam and Callie many years of happiness together. It was not only photogenic, but also a great place to go trail riding. We set up our folding bikes and went for a ride deep into the canyons. We had a great time overcoming challenges and succeeded in our objective of Class 2 traverse canyoneering from a backcountry base camp. It was immensely fulfilling to nourish our spirits together in these American canyonlands known as nature's masterpiece. Wilderness is not a luxury, but a necessity of the human spirit. Our nation's public lands, rich in native heritage and natural beauty, are wonderfully explored by foot and contemplated in solitude. Our next adventures will take us to Texas as we connect with family and friends, continue to discover our country, and challenge ourselves with new adventures. We are grateful for the paths which have brought us to this moment, the future paths of infinite possibilities, and the gift of the present moment, as we are wandering now.
Searching for a second chance in this new world I find myself living in. Searching for a beginning in this false veil of what I've been given. I don't see what you want me to. I can't find what you're looking for. It's a new start to the next beginning. Close your eyes and pretend that you are still dreaming. It never seems to evade the past. Will things really change now? It's time to let go of what you think you know, 'cause we're all kinda screwed in this together. It never seems to evade the past. Will things really change now? Finding reasons to try in this unstructured, never-ending life. Finding reasons to care about everything outside my immediate sphere. I don't see what you want me to. I can't find what you're looking for. It's a new start to the next beginning. Close your eyes and pretend that you are still dreaming. It never seems to evade the past. Will things really change now? It's time to let go of what you think you know, 'cause we're all kinda screwed in this together. It never seems to evade the past. Will things really change now? Too late, is it too late? What should we even know? Too late, is it too late? How will we even know? Too late, is it too late? What should we even know? Too late, is it too late? How will we even know? It's a new start to the next beginning. Close your eyes and pretend that you are still dreaming. It never seems to evade the past. Will things really change now? It's time to let go of what you think you know, 'cause we're all kinda screwed in this together.